Thank you for allowing this press conference to take place here at your office. We appreciate you taking the time for us. As you know, there's grave concern all over Murgatroyd, all over Merger City, all over Flattown, all over, well, the nation about this strange event, the merge, which you've discussed before. Some of the theories that have been circulating, some of the reporters here tonight will be asking you about, but before they begin, just briefly give us your general synopsis of what you think occurred, of what you think the merge is.
Honestly, no need to be alarmed. No need to panic. It was a one-time event. Take a snowball and take another snowball and shove them together into one big snowball. That's a poor, very hyper-simplified analogy, but it's almost as though our universes, our dimensions, our realities were shoved together, and we are sharing our dimension with another realm, for lack of a better word.
Dr. Derrickson, is it not true that certain events from the previous universe are attempting to reassert themselves in this one? I mean, we've already got paper doll race that's been created. There was, of course, this so-called Murgatroyd serial killer who's suddenly appeared, and suddenly there are now killings. What's going on with apparently memories that people were having from the past universe, and now events are taking place here that resemble what they're remembering? It's as if there's a continuity that's trying to reassert itself.
It's something akin to deja vu. It's almost like it's trying to overtake our reality. But who's to say our reality is the origin? Are we the beginning? At this point, I don't believe we can't easily discern. I think that the attempt to have these episodes play out again, I believe that it's an attempt for one universe to be cannibalistic of the other. I think that they're vying for domination. I think that the two parallels can't coexist in a way that is conducive to our existence. I think these atrocities that occurred at one point are repeating themselves simply to win, so to speak, to take over, to be the one universe, because the merge is against nature. It is not reality in a sense. It's in a way that we can digest and understand and know. I don't believe we're going to see the end of it, and I don't believe that it's necessarily a negative thing. It's not inherently negative. I think that there can be a lot of good. Maybe some of those atrocities, maybe we dealt with in a very negative way, and now we have the opportunity to correct that. Maybe we have the opportunity to respond in a more positive way, or in a way that's more conducive to the evolution of our species, our race.
Dr. Derrickson, how do you respond to allegations that it was your own counterpart in the previous universe meddling with time travel, with an energy time flux field, and that you yourself, doing research on this side, that perhaps the two of you simultaneously triggered this merge, that you may, in effect, inadvertently have caused this whole thing to happen to begin with?
How do I respond? Well, I respond to cartoons by laughing, and I respond to that asinine allegation thusly.
Is it not true, however, that Senator Quint did interrogate you at length concerning this possibility that you have knowledge about
I can
the
neither
energy?
confirm nor deny any such allegations.
Dr. Derrickson, is it possible that what we're in now could suddenly flip back to the previous universe? Could, in fact, the original universe win out over this merge and everything returned to the way it once was?
I think that the possibility is always there. I believe that everything and anything is possible. I think that 10 years ago I would not have assumed two realities could merge and become one. I think that it is possible, however unlikely.
Dr. Derrickson, you have to understand that there's this incredible panic when people are having memories of stuff, and then these things they're remembering begin to happen again. You call it deja vu, and yet there's ample evidence that something is happening that shouldn't be happening. And so many people are so uncomfortable with their surroundings and their circumstances now. I'm surprised the suicide rate hasn't gone sky high, and it may before this is over.
Unfortunately, we have noticed a rise in suicides. It is not an exponential increase that we should be worried about. Unfortunately, I think a lot of the instances that occurred in one reality, I think they're unfortunate repetition. I think that might change that. We might see, as you said, in the future, a drastic rise. I think it's entirely likely that we will not only persevere and overcome, but we will flourish because of this merge. I think that the combination of our existences, our dimensions, I think two is better than one. I think we can be strengthened by this. I think we can grow. I think we can evolve.
That energy time flux device that's been found in a cave in Nevada, that I understand the federal government has already called you in to examine and perhaps explain and perhaps figure out, for want of a better word, how it works. What are your feelings about that?
I'm hopeful. I am hopeful. I don't think we need to pay such close attention to trivial matters like that. I mean, that sounds like some kind of archaic toy. I don't think it's something...
Well, the allegation is that your own counterpart in the other universe built this device.
If we were operating under the assumption that allegations were factual, then we would not have to consider them allegations. I think that we would just know it to be the truth. And since it's an allegation, an idea, and not something proven, realistic, or actual, I think we don't have to worry. Wouldn't you agree?
Dr. Derrickson, how do you respond to allegations that you're highly evasive when it comes to these issues?
What's that? What? Evasive. I am here handling, dealing, and taking care of what needs to be taken care of. If no one else can, I can and will.
Dr. Derrickson, I want to apologize to you for some of the questions that some of the reporters have asked. I mean, you know how that is with the press. And once again, I want to thank you for being here tonight. And if you're willing, we'd like to come back again when you have come up with more material you'd like to present to us. And perhaps next time we'll get together a more, shall I say, polite and mannerly group of reporters.
I look forward to it.
Thank you, Dr. Derrickson.
Over here.